Becca's by the Bay. I'm Becca. Today we're restocking a really simple soap. This is one of the most basic soaps that I make. It's very nourishing if you've got very sensitive skin, dry skin, sensitivities, like a whole bunch of stuff like I do. I've got some autoimmune issues and things like that. So this is actually just a very basic soap. I've got a couple of different designs that I do. This one has the beeswax in it with the little bee. Hey Martha, how are you? And then this one is a little goat stamp here with the little goat and the baby. The other one I do, this one has a fragrance oil. I'm not doing this one today, but it is an oatmeal and cinnamon with oatmeal and honey scent and these little bumblebees on it. So today we're just going to be making some more of these, the plain ones. And I've been messing around with my recipe a little bit because I want to have more bubbles for this soap. It's a very mild soap, and I'm good. How are you, Martha? So yeah, this one has at least 50% rice bran oil in it, which is a good substitute for olive oil. It's actually a little bit better on the cost, and I find it more moisturizing for your skin. It's very mild, just like the olive oil. It's very good for your skin. This has coconut oil in it. Now I'm switching up a little bit because I've got some shea butter I need to use up, and I made a beer soap last time and it had awesome bubbles in it. So this is sort of along the lines of my beer soap. There's castor oil, and I did palm kernel oil flakes because that helps with hardness and it helps with bubbles. Now a few things that I've added to this was beeswax. I've added a little bit of sodium lactate, which will help harden your bar, but it also reduces your bubbles. So you kind of make a little bit of a sacrifice there. So I try to add extra sugar to boost the bubbles. So I've added some organic cane sugar to my lye water and goat milk. I'm going to be adding some raw honey that helps with bubbles. We do gluten-free powdered oats that I've here. I knocked over this little alien dude. Here, I'm going to stick up here so I don't smack you again. And I do kaolin clay. Now, I have a hard time with getting my goat milks, even though I do cold process, even though I do it with the ice and stuff like that. I always worry about it not staying. So I will add a little bit of the Nurture Winter White Mica, just a little bit to help keep the whiteness so that I don't have any kind of discoloring from the goat milk, because the goat milk can vary. It's fresh. That happens over time if it didn't sell. I've noticed that. So I just want to make sure it always stays white. And that's some of the tips that I use. And this is just a pretty simple recipe. It's 24 ounces. Water discount is 30%. And I usually super fat all of my soaps to at least 6%. If it's a facial soap, I do 7%. Okay, see you guys in a bit. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I can't find my other goggles. So here's my safety goggles that are tinted. That's what we're going with today. Now, I heat these up in the microwave with the hard, like the coconut oil and stuff like that, and the beeswax and the palm kernel oil flakes. I'll heat that up in the microwave just till it melts. And then I add my liquid oils, like the rice bran and the castor, and then I let it come to room temperature. And I'm going to add right now, because there's no fragrance or anything. This is just a super duper simple soap. I do 1 tablespoon per pound, so it's 24 ounces, so I usually do like a tablespoon and a half. And I do a tablespoon and a half of the kaolin clay. That's just this just makes your soap feel really good. The kaolin clay gives it a nice slip, helps absorb toxins and things like that. I don't know. It feels good. I've noticed when I first started making soap that when I wasn't using the kaolin clay and I started adding it back in after people were talking about it, I was like, okay, it does make a difference. I like it. So this is about 2 teaspoons of the Winter White Mica. It's usually about a teaspoon per pound or so, depending on how white you want it. This will just give it a nice pearly kind of white. And then I will add the honey after I've added the lye. I'll move stuff around here. Ooh. Okay. I've got people visiting me today on and off at our little farmstead, so I'm hoping I can make this batch in between everybody coming and going. I've got some more soaps I need to do too. So. I'll show you in a minute. Alright, so I didn't add the lye water yet, and you can tell that this has a pearlescence, hopefully, to it. Where did I get the HoneyComb bee mold? I got this from Aliexpress, had the best pricing, and it does probably take over a month to get here. I bought one from one vendor on Aliexpress, and I don't remember which one it was, but it's slightly thinner. Feels a little bit thinner than the other two that I have. These have made great little like wedding favors or baby shower favors. And I had a lady have a custom order for that, so I have quite a few of them now. Here's the, I'll put a link to the ones that I just ordered that are a little bit thicker. I haven't updated the last two videos because we've just been kind of busy here in the garden, and that sometimes takes precedence over soap making, so. I've got some round molds that I got, I think, from Aliexpress for these too. And then the stamp I got from Etsy. Somebody makes these with the goats. And then I just hand paint these afterwards with some different glitters from Woods Goodies. WOODES Goodies. It's like a fairy dust and something kisses. Monkey something. I'll have to look it up. It's like monkey something and fairy kisses, and I mix it together with some rubbing alcohol to get that kind of gold honeycomb look. Yeah, these are a great size. These are only about 2.5 ounces each, so it makes it a really great price point for people. Some people have a hard time. They don't want bigger bars. They want more of a, and it fits really good right in the palm of your hand. I have big hands, but this, and it soaps up really nice. Oh boy, everybody's gonna message me today. Alrighty. Oh, that person. I've got somebody who wants to come to our little farm stand, but she rides the bus, and we've got construction on our street, and the bus is not going on our street. She was asking me if I'm near a bus stop. And the nearest one is too far for her, so I'll have to get back to her. My hands are full, so. I'm going to just blend it a little bit more. And I got to add my honey. I don't want to forget my honey. And I do about a teaspoon per pound, so it's kind of squashy today. Let's see. I think I have. Where's the other one? All right. Well, this one I watered down a little bit because it was at the end. So this was from Aldi's. The wildflower honey. I'm gonna put some honey in. I put a little bit extra because it had water with it. Oh, this is starting to go on me. Don't you know? Now, honey and sugar will help accelerate if you want it to. So be careful about your recipes. So I figured this was going to make about 12 bars of these. It might make 14 because it's a little over. Just want to make sure that honey's in there really good because otherwise I've gotten spots one time because the honey wasn't mixed real good, and so it kind of like left like sugar crystal or sugar spots, which is why I mixed that with a little bit of water. Alrighty, super simple. Just gonna pour it in, and as it gets in about halfway, I'm going to tap it down to make sure it gets into that little honeycomb part because I've had a couple that didn't when I didn't tap it down. I'm just trying to get the air bubbles out and make sure it fills in all those nooks and crannies. Hopefully nobody wants to cook anything for a while, otherwise I need to go get a tray for this. And somebody has like a frosting spatula, which I don't have one because I've stopped doing cakes and things like that. But it will scrape these really smooth, and I was thinking of getting one again because my silicone ones are kind of bumpy. Some of my silicones have some like nooks and crannies in them, so when I scrape it, it leaves a not totally flat. Time to invest in new ones. Was thinking, now that I've got the garden all cleaned up, I will probably do a garden tour here soon. If I have time later today, I might do one. We finally have tomatoes on the vine ripening. So excited. We tried some heirlooms, and they took a really long time for us to grow here. And I don't know if it's because they're heirloom versus hybrid. But some were tasty. Some I don't think I'm going to grow again. I really liked the black seaman tomato. That was a really good one. I think I'm going to grow that one again. Ooh, I don't have room for a greenhouse. I have a mini greenhouse that I got from Aldi's to help me with some starts. So where are you? We're in South Texas. Where are you, Martha? We visited a friend recently on their homestead, and they had a beautiful greenhouse that her husband built her. I was like, wow, I wish I had that, but it would take up so much space in our small urban yard. Central Nevada. Ooh, we have another friend out in New Mexico. That's pretty close to Nevada, right? I'm thinking. I know my states right. I'm terrible with my memory. Nevada. Yeah, because Nevada, New Mexico, that the Four Corners there, right? I visited there when I was younger. That was cool. We've got pomegranates on our tree right now, starting to bloom. And we've got Meyer lemons blooming. This is supposed to be a simple soap, but I feel like I'm making a mess here today. Alright, I figured I could get a couple more. Let's see. People just love this little beehive honeycomb. I thought it was super cute when I saw it. I think Amazon has it for like probably closer to 20 bucks or something, which is ridiculous. Don't remember how much I paid, but it was not $20. Especially when I had people wanting me to make so many of them. And I'll scrape whatever's left because there's not enough to put in a big mold in these. Now, I got this one at Walmart. Looking forward to fresh veggies again. Ooh, 35 acres. Oh, you are so lucky and blessed. I got this at Walmart, and I missed out on getting another one this past year, so maybe next year I can grab another one. It's a great size for mini soaps. We have like 8,000 square feet here at our urban home. We're near the beach and down in Corpus Christi, Texas. And we have several little fruit trees and pretty much our whole backyard's a garden. Wherever the sun touches is where I try to grow stuff. So it's been fun. This is my third year having a garden, and I really, really enjoyed it. I hardly buy any like herbs from the store anymore, except for garlic, like granulated garlic. I pretty much grow all of our own herbs, and I just dehydrate them. And it tastes so much better and fresher. That's awesome. If I had 35 acres, I would probably plant all kinds of stuff. I'd have like I wanted to do a food forest of fruit trees, but Nevada's different temperate zone, and I don't know how fruit trees do out there. But I would plant whatever grows best and grow as much as I could. Scrape a little bit more. Just so I can finish filling these little hearts. I hate wasting soap. I made a sea salt bar recently, a new version of it, and the recipe was on Wellness Mama blog, and it was really awesome. I think I changed out a few of the ingredients, and I'm going to make more of it because I really liked it. I just felt like 100% coconut oil for a salt one was too drying, even though I did a very high super fat. I think I did 25 or 30% super fat. So I'll probably be doing that one next because I love it so much. I'm going to make some more. All right, that is that. I will almost as much as clay bars. You have 4 horses, 5 goats, 25 chickens. Oh, I'm away. 3 dogs and cats, and you love salt bars. I'm gonna definitely share my salt bar recipe because it's very close to the Wellness Mama blog, and I only tweaked it a little bit, and I may try a different super fat this time, but I really, really liked it. And I might add a little bit of pumice to make it a little extra exfoliating, but I really like this one this time, and I think it's an awesome recipe. I'll be sharing that one in the next video that I do. I would love to have goats here. We can't. We have to have at least an acre, and finding something with an acre down here was extremely difficult. Everything went really fast for houses, and so I was lucky to even get a house. We do have friends that have goats, and I love visiting. It's so much fun. We have a Bull Terrier Mini Shepherd mixed dog, and she's adorable. Her name's Kiara. And then we have chickens, and we've got like the Silver Lake Wyandotte, the Rhode Island Reds, which I don't really care for the Rhode Island Reds because they pick on my girls, so I probably won't get them again. And we have a mix of, she's like a Polish and a Splash Wyandotte mix somehow, but she's super pretty. I call her Polly. And we have the Americanas. I really like them. And we have a couple of different kind of Americanas. We have the ones where they're like all different, they're all kind of different colors or whatever, like almost like a rainbow in a way. And then we have, so I guess I don't know if those are the Easter eggers or not, but we have some that are just gray, and it's like the blue Americanas, and I was hoping their eggs would be bluer, but they're like a light blue. Somebody decided to leave me a joke this morning. I was like, what is this, girls? Y'all are slacking out there. So, we have like the most beautiful eggs here. And that's, I kind of arrange them like that. We got the blue and darker brown and light brown. Yours are still babies. They're so cute when they're babies. I love them. So yeah, we got ours as baby chicks and raised them. And I actually didn't even have a coop for them yet. I was just so excited to get them because the feed store had them, our local feed store, and I went and picked out 6, and then I went back and got another one, and then we had some. Couple didn't make it because of a chicken hawk had come in later on, and then so we got some replacements at a friend who was raising some really interesting breeds out in the country, and we went out for a long drive and visited her, and they were so pretty. I just wanted to take them all home, but we got a couple, and we just love them. So we enjoy them every day, and they have got a big area. We let them free range in the yard if I can keep them out of my plants and things like that. I kind of shoo them out. And they love all the bugs here, and they get to eat from the garden every day. They're just waiting every day for me to go in there and pull stuff out for them, and they're such big helps. Yeah, fresh eggs are the best. I haven't had fresh chicken eggs since I was a kid, and my girlfriend used to. Her dad had like a little homestead there with goats and rabbits and chickens and a garden. And I used to play over there every day and help out with the animals, and that's always what I wanted to do, was have like a little farm homestead thing. So we have our urban one here, and we love it. And it's nice to have people visit. Broilers, Americanas, Leghorns, and whatever the red fluffy ones are. There's Buff Orpingtons are like a golden, and then they have some lavender Buff Orpingtons are really big and poofy, and they're really friendly. They're kind of pricey, so they're hard to. We don't have anybody that's actually raising them. Otherwise, I would totally get one of those. They're so much fun, and they love to come up on you. But our Americanas seem to be really friendly, and I thought it was funny that they'd squat down, and I thought, oh, they want me to pet them. My husband started cracking up. He's like, they're horny. They think you're a rooster and you're gonna mount them. I was like, what? So yeah, they're just so. They're soothing to be around. I just love them, and they sing to you. Ours sing. They just like that during the day, and they're just so much fun. So we do have their coop sealed off more to keep possums and things like that out. I hate having to lock them up at night, but I don't want to lose any more chickens. And we had one that got injured, and she's doing much better, and she can probably go back in the flock soon. So I'm hoping to do that this weekend and see how she does. So, all right, I gotta get going here. I got people coming over here, and I will probably pop on later this evening when I have some time. I'll try to put all the links and things down below, and I will be doing another sea salt bar recipe, and I will be sharing that one. So I will see you guys later in the next one. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you later on. Thanks for visiting. Coyotes. Ooh, scary.